When I first saw the Thomas Crown Affair in 1999, I absolutely loved it. Now, I saw it pretty much because of the cast. Pierce Brosnan, Rene Russo, and director John McTiernan, whose movies I particularly loved. A remake of the Steve McQueen movie from the 60s. I enjoyed the original, but I truly did love this remake, which I often was teased about in my younger days because a lot of my friends did not like this one. I just utterly loved it. Pierce Brosnan is Thomas Crown, a wealthy financier who likes to steal fine art because, well, you know what? He just wants some kicks and that gives it to him. Catherine Banning is played by Rene Russo. She is an insurance investigator tasked with finding out who stole this painting worth $100 million. The insurance company don't really want to pay out that kind of premium, and she's brought in to try and figure out what's going on. Dennis Leary is the New York cop who's kind of bumbling along trying to really deal with this crime that he's not really that interested in because it's a highbrow arts theft where there is some real crime going on as well.
When there's this much money involved, it usually means I get them someone's head.
And whose head are you after?
Yours.
A great heist at the start of it. As it plays out, we see the painting being stolen, but then we see the interplay between Crown and Catherine as they slowly kind of do a dance almost throughout the film as they play with each other, because they make allusions to the fact that yes, I stole the painting, and yes, you know I stole the painting, but can you catch me? A very much cat and mouse game, which I love, but it also turns into a romance at a certain point as well. And sometimes these can derail these type of films, but I like the kind of romance that plays out here. I love the fact that when we get to the end of the film, we have a reverse heist, where our character has promised to put the painting back.
Let's play ball.
There he goes, bowler hat. Move in and pick him up.
And it's such a playful sequence. Now, this is one of those films where it has this really interesting score which can be fun and playful and exciting, but it also can jump into something that's more farcical and just ill-fitting. It's a score that I love deeply, but I don't think it fully works within the confines of the film. Aspects of it do, and they do work tremendously well. Other parts do not. I think Brosnan and Russo together, sparks fly. I think they're great at playing off against each other, and this is probably my favourite Brosnan performance out with GoldenEye, I think, because I think he just nails this character. A man who refuses to let the world see the real him, who knows exactly what he wants. He's got his guard up and refusing to let his guard down until he meets the right woman. It's a love story within a heist film, and I think it works.
Oh, dear. This can't be. Simply can't be. How the hell did he do that?
The heists for me are kind of interesting, and although there's one great one at the start and one great one at the end, throughout the rest of the runtime, it's all playful little moments of our characters getting to know each other. As one takes a step forward, one may take a step back, and you kind of see the interplay between these two masterminds, I suppose, is the best way to look at it. And you get these wonderful secondary characters like Dennis Leary's police officer, a man who's divorced, looking to make a connection, looking for anything to get off this case because it's really not something that he feels is worthwhile to him. You also got enough callbacks to the original as well. They use the most famous song from that multiple times throughout the film. You get Faye Dunaway, who turns up as the psychiatrist to Brosnan, and she seems like one of the most abrasive psychologists I think I've seen, often poking fun and berating her client. But I kind of like it. It's one of those movies where I can't really fault it. I know that it has its faults, but I just don't care. I love the interplay between the characters. I love the kind of score that's ill-fitting, but at the same time, I just love it. I love the aloofness of our main character as he feels a kind of superiority to almost everybody else in the film. Something that would normally be grating on me, I find endearing here. It's a movie that for some reason I just love, and it's unapologetic. Here we are in the disc for the Thomas Crown Affair. Let's go to the special features. First, we have an audio commentary with Sean Hogan and Barry Forshaw. Then we have Would You Like to Dance? An interview with composer Bill Conti. This runs at 27 minutes, 33 seconds, and he kind of talks about the intimidating factor of working on a movie that was, one of his favourite films, and kind of how he approached it, tried to make it his own thing and do something very different. Then we have You Like the Chase, filming the Thomas Crown Affair, which is an audio conversation with the cinematographer as he talks about coming onto the film, like after a couple of days of filming, how he kind of put his stamp on it, working with John McTiernan, almost kind of working on the fly in certain sequences. Then we have the making of a masterpiece, the making of documentary, which runs at 23 minutes 53 seconds. I really kind of like this. Although it's a promotional piece, it's fun because it does like 10 minutes of the original Thomas Crown Affair and then moves in for the last 13, 14 minutes and talks about the sort of remake and how they kind of approached it. And it feels as if it's giving enough of a nod towards the original as well. There's some great information. Then we have the theatrical trailer and the stills gallery. And that's the extras for the Thomas Crown Affair. I would love to know your thoughts on this film. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you find it just middling or average? Then let me know in the comment box below why. I would be really curious to get your thought process on this as well. There's more content up here. If you want to see more of my stuff, in the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.